Oh my gosh. So, hi guys. I'm finally on Periscope. Like, I've been on Periscope, but um hi Michelle. My god baby's mom is on here. Um okay, that makes me a little nervous. But anywho, I've been on Periscope but this is my first broadcast. So, that's my god baby's mom. So I've been on Periscope, and what I do, no, I don't speak Italian. Maybe I'll learn one day. And what I do is I run a a purity blog called IWaited, and what I do is my blog is centered around married couples who waited until marriage to be intimate, and so that's one of the things I do. I also run a cleaning and organizing company. um, Hey, Candace. And so one of the things I do on Fridays, I started on the blog's YouTube channel, is Fix It Jesus Fridays. And so normally it's been around pop culture, kind of just talking about. I've talked about Sierra and people using the B word still. I don't know why, but still using the B word. And so it's kind of been around pop culture, like, man, fix it, Jesus. Like, people are crazy. We live in a crazy world. But today is kind of different. So, and it makes me kind of nervous to just talk about it, just because I feel, I don't know, when you're saying things that you really feel like God is telling you and then also allowing you to release to others, it's kind of nerve wracking. And so, what I wanted to talk about today is a word that God gave me. Aw, Katie, my God baby's watching. Do you guys hear that thunder? Ugh. Okay, so last night during my quiet time, I was reading 2 Kings 8. And I kind of sat down to do my quiet time, and my Bible just flipped open to it. And I just kind of started reading it, but I didn't plan on remaining, like staying on that chapter, because I was reading it like, I don't know why I'm reading this, but okay. And my mentor happened to call during my quiet time. And so, and normally I put my phone on do not disturb when I'm doing my quiet time, but my favorites, people that are my favorites, their phone call will come through. And so she called and we were talking, and during that time, God literally spoke to both of us. And so saying that to write down the things that we owe and begin to call those people today. We said tomorrow, but today. And so it really resonated with my spirit. And so I was like, okay, so we talked about that, got off the phone. And when I sat back down, I realized I was reading 2 Kings 8, which talks about the Shunammite woman when Elisha told her to leave where she was to go to another land for 7 years because there was going to be a famine. And he told her to leave for 7 years. There was going to be a famine. After the 7 years, she came back. She came back to her land, and she was getting prepared to go to the king to beg for her home and her property and for her land. And so as she gets to the king to beg for her home and her land, there was a man there telling the king about Elisha and all the great works he did. And the king was like, well, tell me about one of his stories and one of the things that happened. And he said, well, this lady here, he raised her son from the dead. And so the king asked her, she told the story. And he said, you know what? He assigned an official to her. He said, give her everything that she that was hers back, and give her the increase on the land of when she wasn't there. For the 7 years that she wasn't there, any increase that was made on her land, give it to her. And so for me, that was mind blowing. It was like, and I read that back in 2013, and I had wrote in my Bible, total restoration. And I really believe that's what God is saying for his people and the people that will have an ear to hear. And I kind of feel weird saying that because, we talk a lot about, I hear a lot of churches and preachers saying stuff about, God is going to bless you and give you all this money and all this stuff. And I don't get excited about that stuff, especially not anymore, because it's just, you hear it so much. And it's almost like propaganda and kind of just a way to get the shout and, get people to give money. But I honestly feel like this is a word for God's people. not for only for my home, not only for my household and my family and, my covenant sisters, but for people that will grab hold of it and allow God to totally restore those areas in our lives that we need him to restore. So for some people, it may not be money. It may not be him restoring, say money to you, but it may be him restoring your marriage, restoring your good name. Maybe your name has been tarnished. Maybe he's going to restore your good name. He's going to restore your family, restore your children, restore a job, restore your income, and maybe restore your emotions or your mental state. And so this is a word I just wanted to release prophetically over you. Anyone that's watching or anyone that may watch later, just to release it prophetically over you, that God is going to restore those areas in your life that have been dry, or those areas in your life you may have had to leave and now you're back. And God is saying, give her everything that belonged to her, and then give her the stuff that belongs to her, even when she wasn't here, or even when she wasn't there to physically partake in it. And so I just wanted to do that quickly and say that quickly over you. And I'm believing God for myself, for my home, for my family, for those that I love, and for you as well. And I truly believe that he's going to do it. I truly believe that God has a plan for his people, for those that are truly seeking after God and truly seeking after the ways of God and doing things the way that he is calling us to do it, and being the hands and feet of Jesus. And we can't be the hands and feet of Jesus sometimes if we're in a place of lack and we're not able to do for others. And so, yeah, that's it. I will be praying for anyone that, rewatches, and I'll definitely be praying for those that came on. I saw my goddaughter's mom and Michelle, and I saw Candace, so I'll be praying for you both and anyone else. Love y'all. Talk to you later. Bye.